Hey guys, welcome back to Rinker Family Farm. Today I'm going to be showing you different clips of how I'm starting my tomato seeds this year. So I'm using these 4-inch pots, I think is what they are, and then I also have some round ones that are more like a 3-inch. And what I'm going to be doing is just scattering my seeds in there, putting my little tag. So like this one's called Cherrylicious, and I'll show you in a minute how I did it. And I brought just a little popsicle stick because that's what I have handy. And I'm going to put a light layer of dirt over top of them and then let them go under my grow lights for a few weeks until they get true leaves. Once they get their true leaves, then I'll uppot them into individual packages. I started things off by washing all these pots so they were fresh and ready and free from bacteria. I followed up with a potting soil mix that I have, putting them in all the containers. Next, I added all the popsicle sticks with the names of the varieties I'm using into each container so I wouldn't get the seeds mixed up. While I'm doing this, I wanted to let you know I have 3 books by Acadia Tucker: Growing Perennial Foods, Growing Good Food, and Growing in Tiny Places, all available on the website. I'll have the link in the description. I went ahead and dumped the Cherrylicious seeds into this bowl so that you could see that it was a multi-pack, and so there's different color seeds, meaning there'll be different colors of tomatoes that are going to grow. And then I gently patted the soil so the seeds would stay in place when I dumped them in. I'm growing 20 different varieties of tomatoes this year, and I'm trying different kinds of yellows and greens and reds to see what we like the best. The Brandywine yellow tomato can get 1 to 2 pounds. It's an indeterminate variety, which means it can get very large in size without a exact number of tomatoes produced each year. The pineapple tomato that we just seen is a up to 2-pound tomato that has a pineapple and citrus tones as well. Now, I showed you a bunch of this tomato bush cherry falls botanical interest seed because this one's a little bit more special in the fact that botanical interest gives you all this additional information that I wanted you to be able to see. Not only are you getting information on the front, like this variety tells you it's a determinate type, meaning there is a determined amount of seeds that will be produced off of this plant, but the back also shows you what the seedling's going to look like once it has started to grow. And then on the inside, it gives you all kinds of additional information on how to store, how to harvest, general information about this type of tomato, along with some growing tips. This one is called Dr. Witchy's Yellow Tomato. I've seen lots of people talk about this one for several years, and I'm excited to finally be trying it. It is also an indeterminate and can get to 16 ounces. The Aunt Ruby's German green tomato is a family heirloom from Germany that I'm excited to try this year. It's supposed to have a sweet and fruity flavor and is the winner of the 2003 Heirloom Garden Show Taste Test. The one that I just did was a sweet tea. It's a smaller sized tomato that I like to have a few of those, like for our deck. This one is the Cherokee Purple. I've tried to grow it several times, and I just thought with a new set of seeds, we'd try it one more time. Dad's Sunset Orange is supposed to produce a 10-ounce fruit and is said to be one of their most flavorful varieties. I just really enjoy the orange and yellow tomatoes, and so that's why I have several that I'm starting this year. This next one is called a Green Giant. It is also available from Baker Creek Seeds. I grew this a few years ago, and I actually got pregnant when it was time for them to harvest, and I didn't even eat any. They are supposed to be a very tasty 1-pound tomato, and they were very nice in size. I'm hoping to get a good harvest this year. That ends the seeds I'm most excited about for growing this year. I have several more, but I didn't want to bore you with all of those. So this is what I had to do after I got the seeds in the pots. I gently covered them with some dirt and gently patted. I didn't like push real hard, but I wanted to pat the dirt on top of the seeds to make sure that the seeds were going to stay in each of the pots where I wanted them. So there's our selection of this year's tomatoes. There's going to be lots of them, and I'm so excited to be able to fill the hoop house and our garden with so many different varieties. All right, now that you've watched me scatter the seeds and get them in their pot, I'm going to take you downstairs so you can see what my setup is for my peppers and eggplants. I've got cabbages and broccolis and a few other things as well. Those things I'm going to be uppotting, but that way you can kind of see what it's going to look like once they start growing. So this is my little setup. It's not gonna hold all my seedlings, but it is definitely getting a nice jump start and getting them established under the light. All right, so now you can see how I've got things going this year. I've done things a little bit differently than in years past. I don't have a whole lot of growing space. We live in a small house and there's 8 of us. So I'm trying to use the spaces that I have the best I can, and this is working best. Is getting them started in little pots like this and then up potting them and moving them to different places in the house once they've gotten a good germination going and they're growing strong enough that I can have them like by a window and watch them a little bit more closely, and they're not reaching too much for the light, where in the basement with the grow lights on they're able to get a nice steady light stream that's right above them, and they're going to go growing stronger straighter up. All right guys, well that'll do it. That gets us started with our seed starting adventure. If you are just getting started, just get some seeds, get some solo cups, and just get your hands in the dirt. You will feel so much better once you have. Until next time, bye now.
Hi, Otis. Hi, Otis. You see my seeds? You see my seeds? See my seeds?